Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode of Anis's Awesome Cooking. Today, in the very first episode, we're going to make Bangalore Dum Biryani. I have a lot of inquiries, people asking me about ingredients and how to make. We're going to make it easier now by giving you a demonstration and the ingredients. Here we go, let's start quickly. This is 1 kg rice, which is soaked half an hour prior to cooking. Then we have 1 kg of mutton, again washed and dried at least half an hour before starting your cooking. And then we have our onion, 4 onions cut into long thin strips. Then we have 150 ml oil. We have 100 grams of ginger and 100 grams of garlic. We have 1 lime. Here we have tomatoes, 4 tomatoes cut into quarters. We have half a cup of cilantro, then 1 tablespoon of chili powder or 1.5 tablespoon depending on how spicy you would like it, salt as per taste. Then we have 1.5 inch 2 pieces of cinnamon. We have 10 cardamom. We have around 10 to 12 cloves and 100 ml curds. So this is all you need to make awesome Bangalore Dum Biryani. Let's get into the kitchen now. Okay, let us get started. Here goes the oil. The dry spices go in first. Then we add in the onion. Give it a quick stir. Keep stirring so that the onion and the spices, dry spices, start giving a good aroma. Don't let the onion brown completely. It just has to cook, and once a nice aroma starts emitting, that is when we'll add the mutton. Meanwhile, when the onion and the spices are being cooked, on the second burner, place a vessel with enough water to cook 1 kg rice and let it keep boiling. This has to go side by side. Your water has to be ready by the time your gravy is done. You can see the onions turn pink. Now we'll add the mutton. You can see the mutton is dry. Add in the mutton at this stage and give it a good stir. Allow the mutton to cook in the oil for 2 to 3 minutes till the mutton starts changing color like this. So allow the mutton to cook for a couple of minutes now. As you can see, the mutton changed color. Now we add in the garlic paste. Give it a good stir. Again, allow the garlic to cook a couple of minutes with the mutton. After a couple of minutes, we add in the ginger. Give it a good stir. If you like your biryani spicy, you can even add in a couple of green chilies. I am not adding green chilies in this biryani today. At this stage, when the ginger garlic is mixed, we can add in 1 tablespoon of chili powder per kg of biryani. That is, if you don't want it too spicy. If you want it spicy, you can add in another half tablespoon of chili powder. You would have realized I have not yet added salt. Salt goes in now after the chili powder. 1 tablespoon of salt, you won't go wrong per kg of biryani. You allow all these spices and the paste cook together for the next 5 minutes. Just make sure your flame is on medium and you don't burn any of your masalas. Keep stirring right in the center where your flame is, so that you don't burn any of your masalas. After 3 minutes of cooking all the spices, onion and the ginger garlic paste, chili powder and salt, now we add in the cilantro and the tomatoes. The timing to add the spices is extremely important in the biryani. Do not overcook anything, because the actual cooking happens when all the ingredients are mixed together. Till then, each spice, each masala is cooked just for a couple of minutes. At this stage, after mixing the tomatoes and cilantro, we can add in the curd, yogurt, this biryani actually does not take too many ingredients, but it is just the timing of adding the spices which will make this biryani awesome. So now our flame is high and we have finished adding almost all of our ingredients. Now we'll add 100 ml of water. We are using hot water, never add cold water, or the cooking time of the mutton gets delayed by adding cold water. So I'm adding around 100 to 150 ml of hot boiling water. We are more or less done with the masala of the biryani. Give it a good stir. Make sure at this stage you taste your masala, so that in case you're unhappy with your spices or your salt, you can add in at this stage. So done. We wait for the mutton to cook now. We will add some salt to the water. Just make sure you add enough salt so that the water tastes like seawater, which is salty. It has to be a little salty. Remember, because we are not going to use the entire water. We are going to drain out the water when the rice is half cooked. So the water has to be slightly salty. Not too salty, but slightly salty. Now, after 15 to 20 minutes of cooking, check for the mutton tenderness. Whether it is done up to 75% should be good enough. Now we add in the lime. Once the mutton is 75% done, we add in the rice to the boiling hot water. Remember, we don't cook the rice entirely in this water. The rice is cooked up to 80%, and the 20% is what goes into the gravy for dum. Occasionally keep stirring the rice. Check if the rice is done up to 75 to 80%. This has some more time to go. Okay, the rice is 75% done. Now we switch off the flame, take out the rice from the stove and stain the water. Here we are staining the water. So most of the salty water is now gone. We add this back. We add the 75% cooked back into the gravy, which is the akhni, the remaining rice. This is the most important part of the whole biryani. Wherein now you allow the 75% cooked rice to cook with the gravy, so that the rice cooks 100%. You spread out the rice, and now you've covered your lid with a cotton cloth, and the cloth seals on your utensil, the biryani utensil. Now you medium the flame and allow this to cook for the next 10 minutes. After 10 minutes of cooking the rice and the akhni or the gravy together, when you see smoke escaping from the sides, you very carefully open the lid and you check for the doneness of the rice. Perfectly cooked. So in the Bangalore dum biryani, you have to remember the rice is put on top, so the rice is cooked here, and you have your mutton which is cooked in dum at the bottom of the vessel. Here you go. Awesome mutton biryani ready. Let us serve it now.